No one told me my first week as a BCBA was going to feel like imposter syndrome on steroids. Literally every single day something shocked me, and it wasn't because the job was hard. I mean, it's the first week, not really doing much of anything, but because I had no idea what a BCBA actually did. I'm going to share with you the 7 things that shocked me the most within my first week as a BCBA, and that literally no one is talking about. Now let's move on to day 1. Simple stuff, just orientation. Trainings, not too much, a lot of paperwork. Week 1, I got a lot of emails of just like register for all of these different websites because these are the things you're going to need. Stuff like that. But within that first week, my supervisor was like, okay, so we're going to schedule you some overlaps, what times works best, and the overlap is just me observing other BCBAs. It is important to point out that I am a hybrid worker. I work in the community and I work at home. So my peers, the other BCBAs, are working remotely and I'm just monitoring their screen. They are sharing their screen with me as they provide supervision for their kiddos. Now, I remember thinking throughout a couple of my overlaps, like, oh, I actually don't know what they're doing. I don't know anything of what they're doing. And they're sharing their screen with me. I don't know what they're doing. And I'm asking them questions. I'm literally asking them and they're answering them. They are answering the questions that I'm asking, and I literally felt stupid because even though they answered the question, I still had no idea what they were talking about and what they were actually doing. I didn't know what they were watching for. They were just telling me like, oh, I'm just checking IOA. I'm making sure that our data is correct. I'm making sure I'm monitoring and I'm modifying goals. I'm writing my notes. And I was just looking at the screen. They're doing everything, and I'm like, I have no clue what you're doing. And I don't know how many ways I can ask, I don't know what you're doing. And they explain it in a different way. And that's normal. I just realized in that moment, passing my BCBA exam did not equal I knew how to do the job. That just meant I knew information about the field as a whole. Not being a BCBA, but the field of ABA. That's what passing the exam meant. And the crazy thing is that was just the first shock. Second thing that shocked me, which I don't know why this one shocked me, to be quite honest, was that I didn't actually get to work with kids. I didn't get to work with my clients anymore. And coming from the positions of being like a case manager, or even when I was in RBT, having constant direct care throughout your whole experience, and then for the first time it's like, oh, I'm not in direct care anymore. That shocked me so bad. And again, I don't know why it shocked me. Like, I got into this field because I love working with kiddos, but I didn't realize I wasn't going to be the front line anymore. It was my job now to train RBTs to be the front line. I wasn't expecting that one. And then something else that shocked me is that I learned that being a BCBA is not a one-size-fits-all. And what I mean by that is I will observe other people's methods when I was doing overlaps. I will read through treatment plans. I will hear what other RBTs who I inherited cases from, those RBTs would tell me like, yeah, the previous BCBAs told me XYZ, and I'm looking like, no, we're not doing that. No. And it's just one of those things where I'm like, this is not a one-size-fits-all situation. You are going to make your role as a BCBA your own. It's going to be your clients. It's going to be your caseload. It's going to be your treatment plans. It's going to be your goals that you create. And you're going to make them how you see fitting. And other people are going to have their own way. And that's okay. It's not a right or wrong. It's just it's a preference. I choose not to go that route. There's just going to be so many different things. There's going to be so many different ways to do things, and you have to find your own path without trying to pretend to be something you're not or emulate someone else's path. You're going to disagree, and you're going to feel some type of feeling like, I'm brand new. Am I seeing this wrong because I see it differently, or Am I wrong because I see it differently and this person has more years of experience than me? No, sweetheart, you're not. You just see things differently, and that's okay. We all have our special talents. But then when I tell you you're going to run, this shocked me. You're going to run into so many other treatment plans if you inherit cases where you're going to be like, these goals are not age appropriate. Some are going to be way too advanced. Some are going to be like, this kiddo can do all of this stuff. Well, why are they receiving services? And you have to use your best judgment. You have to sometimes scrap an entire treatment plan and be like, I want to redo everything. And I had to take the L a few times of like, no, I want to redo this. I want to change all of this. And it was a lot of work because treatment plans are not fun. Now, one embarrassingly shocking thing that occurred was in meetings, and when I was talking to different people, they would be using ABA terms, and I just took this exam. I knew these terms. When I got put on the spot, I froze. I did not know what the terms were, what the terms meant. I was so confused. I'm like, yo, I don't know what you're talking about. And I just passed this exam. I studied these terms. I studied this stuff. And I'm like, I genuinely do not know what you are talking about. I am sorry. I need you to explain a little bit more because I don't know. And that's okay, you guys. Don't, it's embarrassing, but it's like one of those moments where you kind of get shocked by it because you studied so hard and you did all of these years or months of going through this journey of learning all these concepts just to when you finally get in a position, you're like, holy cannoli, I don't know. I forgot. I don't know. Can we just use regular English language because I don't know anymore. Stop using ABA terms, please. They're not going to stop using ABA terms. But that's okay and it's normal. Just ask. Everyone's so happy to just share. Well, if they don't be happy to share and help you out, you probably should leave that company. I'm just saying, but I mean, do you? The sixth thing that shocked me, and I was so grateful for this, is because I was so nervous in the beginning of like, when I start, am I going to have like these high expectations? Am I going to have a full caseload? Do I have to like start supervising within a week? What's going on? And I didn't really have much clarity of like those processes and those steps until I actually started working. Like before work, I didn't have much clarity. And then I was like, oh, okay. I didn't get my first client till almost a month in. And then possibly my second client 2 weeks later. And then my third client like another week and a half later. Within my first 2 months, I had 3 clients total. And they were already within the city that I was in. And I inherit those clients. All other clients were brand new clients that I created the treatment plans for. And I did everything. When I say this is a good shock, because I was really worried because I'm so used to hearing the horror stories of when you start an agency, you already have a caseload of 6 to 8 clients as a brand new BCBA. And I was not ready for that. And I'm so happy. This was like one of those happy shocks. The 7th shock that I observed within my first week of being a BCBA was just I didn't know my job, and I wasn't going to know the job of a BCBA until I actually started working as a BCBA. Again, which was not until month 2. So I'm telling you this because you're going to ask so many questions in the beginning, as you should. You're going to forget every single answer that they give you, which is normal. You're going to re-ask all of those questions again because you should. You're going to forget There's going to be so much information that is applied to, that's going to be given to you. You're going to be receiving information from so many different people. They're going to tell you how to do certain things, when to do it, why to do it. But until you start working as a BCBA and you start applying those things, everything that you learn and everything that you hear is probably like going in one ear and out the other because you can't apply it. That's how it was for me. So if I can leave you with anything, I want to leave you with, you don't just work your first month or 2 months or 3 months in the field and become a great BCBA. You're going to go through a crazy learning curve. You grow into this position by applying what you learn and learning from your mistakes each day. Again, if you want to know more about what a BCBA does and how to survive your first week as a BCBA, I have a free downloadable starter kit for BCBAs to help you through your first week of being a BCBA. Bye.